Question 101. What are the main functions of the cabinet? A. Natural resources. B. Navigation. C. To prepare the budget and propose new laws to be implemented. D. Defense. The answer is C. To prepare the budget and propose new laws to be implemented. Question 102. Who can enter and leave the country freely without time constraints? A. Canadian citizens and landed immigrants. B. Commonwealth citizens. C. Canadian citizens. D. British citizens. The answer is C. Canadian citizens. Question 103. If the government loses a confidence vote in Assembly, they A. Call for by-elections. B. Can continue. C. Do nothing. D. Must resign. The answer is D. Must resign. Question 104. Which province was the first to grant voting rights to women? A. Quebec. B. Ontario. C. Nova Scotia. D. Manitoba. The answer is D. Manitoba. Question 105. What is the Great Charter of Freedom also known as? A. Habeas corpus. B. Dominion of Canada. C. Canadian Constitution. D. Magna Carta. The answer is D. Magna Carta. Question 106. A member of Parliament from Montreal announces that she will spend her weekend in her electoral district. This means she would be A. In her office on Parliament Hill. B. In some part of Montreal where she was elected. C. Visiting the province of Quebec. D. Going on a vacation. The answer is B. In some part of Montreal where she was elected. Question 107. How is the government formed after a federal election? A. Each province elects one representative to form the government. The Queen then chooses the Prime Minister. B. The Governor-General picks a party and a Prime Minister to run the government. C. The party with the most elected representatives becomes the party in power. The leader of this party becomes the Prime Minister. D. The party with the most elected representatives becomes the party in power. The Queen chooses the Prime Minister from this party. The answer is C. The party with the most elected representatives becomes the party in power. The leader of this party becomes the Prime Minister. Question 108. Who is Canada's head of state? A. The Premier of Canada. B. A hereditary sovereign, Queen or King. C. The Governor-General. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is B. A hereditary sovereign, Queen or King.
Question 109. Who chose Ottawa as the capital of Canada? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. Queen Elizabeth II. C. Queen Victoria. D. Queen Anne. The answer is C. Queen Victoria. Question 110. When was the current flag of Canada raised for the first time? A. 1921. B. 1965. C. 1949. D. 1892. The answer is B. 1965. Question 111. What are the Prime Minister and Cabinet Ministers together called? A. The Government. B. The Cabinet. C. The House of Commons. D. The Senate.
The answer is B. The Cabinet.
Question 112. More than half of Canada's aeronautics and space industry are located in which province? A. Saskatchewan. B. Ontario. C. Quebec.
D. Manitoba.
The answer is C. Quebec. Question 113. Who is General Sir Arthur Currie? A. Canada's greatest soldier in the First World War. B. A great frontier hero, C. An explorer of Western Canada, D. A military leader of the Métis in the 19th century? The answer is A. Canada's greatest soldier in the First World War. Question 114. Which province was split into two at Confederation? A. Lower Canada, B. Newfoundland, C. Upper Canada, D. The Province of Canada. The answer is D. The Province of Canada. Question 115. What are the territories of Northern Canada and their capital cities? A. Yukon Territories, Whitehorse, Northern Territories, Yellowknife, and Nunavut, Iqaluit. B. Northern Territories, Yellowknife, and Alaska, Juneau. C. Northern Territories, Yellowknife. D. Alaska, Juneau, and Yukon Territories, Whitehorse. The answer is A. Yukon Territories, Whitehorse, Northern Territories, Yellowknife, and Nunavut, Iqaluit.
Question 116. What does the word Inuit mean? A. Eskimo in Inuktitut language. B. Home in English. C. The people in the Inuktitut language. D. The Arctic land in Inuktitut language. The answer is C. The people in the Inuktitut language. Question 117. Which party becomes the official opposition? A. The party the Prime Minister selects. B. The party with the least votes. C. The party with the second most votes. D. Any independent candidate. The answer is C. The party with the second most votes. Question 118. Who had played an important part in building the Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR? A. Acadian railroad workers. B. Afro-American slaves. C. American railroad engineers. D. Chinese railroad workers. The answer is D. Chinese railroad workers. Question 119. Which provinces are connected to Ontario by land? A. New Brunswick and Quebec. B. Alberta and Quebec. C. Manitoba and Quebec. D. Manitoba and Alberta. The answer is C. Manitoba and Quebec.
Question 120. Who do members of Parliament represent? A. Everyone who lives in his or her electoral district. B. Everyone who lives in his or her neighborhood. C. Everyone who lives in his or her province. D. Everyone in Northern Canada. The answer is A. Everyone who lives in his or her electoral district. Question 121. What is the role of the opposition parties? A. To ensure reports about the current government are sent to the Queen. B. To supervise the government. C. To oppose or try to improve government proposals. D. To regulate government proposals. The answer is C. To oppose or try to improve government proposals. Question 122. On what date did Nunavut become a territory? A. April 1st, 1999. B. May 1st, 1998. C. July 1st, 1867. D. July 31st, 1820. The answer is A. April 1st, 1999. Question 123. Why is the British North America Act important in Canadian history? A. It was agreed to by the First Nations and Inuit. B. It was written by the British government. C. The Aboriginal people signed the act. D. It made Confederation legal. The answer is D. It made Confederation legal. Question 124. What principle was Canada's Constitution founded on? A. Independence and freedom. B. Liberty, equality and fraternity. C. Liberty and pursuit of freedom. D. Peace, order and good government. The answer is D. Peace, order and good government. Questions 125. Who built the French Empire in North America? A. King Charles II. B. Jean Talon, Bishop Laval and Count Frontenac. C. Pierre Le Moyne, Sieur Iberville. D. Great Britain. The answer is B. Jean Talon, Bishop Laval and Count Frontenac. Question 126. Which province is on the Pacific coast of Canada? A. Nova Scotia. B. Alberta. C. New Brunswick. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. British Columbia. Question 127. How many Great Lakes are located between Ontario and the United States? A. 5. B. 4. C. 7. D. 6. The answer is A. 5. Question 128. Which one is Canada's best-known symbol and national police force? A. RMCP. B. CIA. C. Canadian Police. D. RCMP. The answer is D. RCMP. Question 129. Which group of Aboriginal peoples has the largest population in the Northern Territories and Nunavut? A. Acadians. B. Métis. C. First Nations. D. Inuit. The answer is D. Inuit. Question 130. Where are the Parliament buildings located? A. Toronto. B. Kingston. C. London. D. Ottawa. The answer is D. Ottawa.
Question 131. What forms a jury? A. Politicians. B. Immigrants. C. Judges. D. A jury is made up of citizens. The answer is D. A jury is made up of citizens. Question 132. What is the significance of the Quebec Act of 1774? A. It allowed Quebec to gain independence. B. It allowed the French to move into Quebec. C. Canada's tolerance of religious tradition under the law. D. It gave the French more power. The answer is C. Canada's tolerance of religious tradition under the law. Question 133. Who has the right to be considered first for a job in the federal government? A. Canadian citizens. B. Anyone with the relevant experience. C. Anyone with the necessary qualifications. D. Foreigners. The answer is A. Canadian citizens. Question 134. Who are Anglophones? A. People who were taught English at school. B. People who understand but do not speak English. C. People who do not speak English as a first language. D. People speaking English as a first language. The answer is D. People speaking English as a first language. Question 135.
Who were the voyagers?
A. Montreal-based traders who traveled by canoe. B. Immigrants to Canada in the 18th century. C. Explorers searching for the Northwest Passage. D. Geographers who first charted the coastline of British Columbia. The answer is A. Montreal-based traders who traveled by canoe.
Question 136. Which countries fought in the Battle of Plain of Abraham? A. British and Germany. B. British and France. C. France and China. D. America and British. The answer is B. British and France. Question 137. When did the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms become part of the Constitution? A. 1892. B. 1872. C. 1982. D. 1782. The answer is C. 1982. Question 138. Which group of Aboriginal peoples has the largest population in Canada? A. Acadians. B. First Nations. C. Indians. D. Métis. The answer is B. First Nations. Question 139. Why is the Constitution Act of 1982 important in Canadian history? A. Canada can modify the Constitution without the approval from the British government. B. The Queen has more power in Canadian government. C. It lets Canadians to enjoy more freedom. D. It made changes to the Citizenship Act. The answer is A. Canada can modify the Constitution without the approval from the British government. Questions 140. Which province has the most valuable forest industry in Canada? A. Ontario. B. Alberta. C. Quebec. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. British Columbia.
Question 141. Which of the following best describes the lacrosse sport?
A. The official winter sport. B. The second most popular sport in Canada. C. The official summer sport. D. The most popular sport in Canada. The answer is C. The official summer sport. Question 142. What do you call a law before it is passed? A. A proposed law. B. A bill. C. A new law. D. A proposal of a law. The answer is B. A bill.
Question 143. Who among these is a Nobel Prize-winning scientist? A. Gerhard Herzberg. B. Marshall McLuhan. C. Alexander Graham Bell. D. Harold Innis. The answer is A. Gerhard Herzberg.
Question 144. Canadians have rights and fundamental freedoms, such as A. Thought and belief. B. Opinion and expression. C. Freedom of religion. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Question 145. When did the British North America Act come into effect? A. 1867. B. 1881. C. 1901. D. 1876. The answer is A. 1867.
Question 146. What is the highest honor available to Canadians? A. The Queen's Medal. B. Elizabeth Cross. C. Victoria Medal. D. Victoria Cross. The answer is D. Victoria Cross. Question 147. Which city provides important shipping and air links across the Pacific Ocean? A. Victoria. B. Calgary. C. Edmonton. D. Vancouver. The answer is D. Vancouver. Question 148. What is Terry Fox's contribution? A. He inspired people to contribute money for cancer research.
B. He was the greatest hockey player in Canada. C. His discovery of insulin saves millions of people's lives. D. He was a brilliant soldier. The answer is A. He inspired people to contribute money for cancer research. Question 149. What are 3 minerals still mined in the territories today? A. Lead, gold and zinc. B. Silver, lead and zinc. C. Zinc, gold and bronze. D. Zinc, lead and aluminum. The answer is A. Lead, gold and zinc. Question 150. What are the regions of Canada? A. West, North, South, East, Central. B. West Coast, Central, East, Canadian Shield and South. C. Atlantic, North, Central, Prairies and West Coast. D. Rockies, Ontario, Quebec, Prairies. The answer is C. Atlantic, North, Central, Prairies and West Coast.